This is John Black, Super Chemist. I'm here to do a video about a particular set of people who think that they, or say, think or say, or both, that they'll probably be dead in 5 to 10 years. It's pretty much, sure bet because of drugs or wild living. I actually wanted to mix these videos up, kind of spread them out. But the last video is kind of about mental health, and so is this one. Because that's a very bad thing. I did it, and the whole reason why I'm doing this video, I didn't even think about it, but someone posted on the last video saying how they did that. I was like, I do that too, man. Or I used to do that too. I'm too old now, though. Once you get 35, 40, you can't be saying, oh, you've already been saying it for 20, 25 years, and it ain't happened. You got to start accepting that you're not going to die. And usually by then you start doing less of the bad things that you were doing that you thought would kill you. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I was thinking of my life that this is a major problem in my life. I don't do it anymore. Like I said, I'm too old. But these are the reasons why, and I'm going to go over them with you. Because I know there's a lot of people who do this. You know what I mean? They're either on drugs, or a criminal, or they have a lot of mental problems, and they live in a box, and they know what it's like to be hungry or whatever, and they don't see themselves making it, ODing or whatever, in the next 5, 10 years or whatever, So hopefully it'll at least help a couple people. And it was, obvious stuff. Of course, that's easy for me to say, or somebody as old as I am, because after, like I said, you can't be, once you've been saying it from, 15, 20 years old or whatever, up to 35, then you start saying, well, you stop saying it. By the time you're 40, you're like, no, I can't be saying that no more. You can't. So it's easy for me to say. They are obviously, but they need to be said. Maybe someone just starting to try to change. They're not thinking of this stuff. Even like I said, I didn't think of making a video until he brought it up, and I was like, that is a big major problem. I bet it's a big major problem for other people. And it was on a video about how to reprogram your brain and how the subconscious actually controls a lot more than people think. You know what I mean? It's banging out information into your brain that you don't know about because it's your subconscious, but it's doing it. And his point was that, wow, just saying that over and over, here and there, and thinking it all the time or whatever, your subconscious is, what's your subconscious telling you? It's telling you what the heck. There's no point to anything if you're going to be dead soon, right? Here's some of it. It's just all excuses. I wouldn't say it's my number one excuse back in the day, but it's up there. You know what I mean? It prevents long-term plans. Why go to college? Why go get a job that's better or whatever? Or why do anything financially to get ahead, like to be, in a normal plane? It takes that away, because why would you do that if you're only going to live for 5 years? 10 tops. What's the point? Number two is it makes you do stupid things. Now, I'm sure we all know this one. If you say it, if you say it a lot or think it, you'll know what I'm talking about on all these, really. It makes you do stupid things. You might go do something crazy with your friends, thinking, hey, what the heck? I'm going to be dead in 5 years anyway. What's the difference? You know what I mean? Many things I've done just with that excuse. And on the opposite side of making you do stuff, it prevents you from, stopping habits that you already have. You know what I mean? When you do try to change, right, and you do wake up or whatever, you already have bad habits. Just to bring up smoking cigarettes or doing a drug or drinking or whatever. You already have bad habits, all right? it prevents you from stopping them, because if I'm on heroin and I think I'm going to die in 5 years, why stop? I'm going to be dead anyway. It prevents you from stopping those bad habits that you already have acquired, and you know what I mean. Prevents you from trying to better yourself. You know what I mean? That's basically all of them. You'll never try to better yourself, because why do it? If you're going to be dead in 5 years, you know what I mean? There's no sense. And the next one is takes away any zest for life, any positive zest for life. You can be a criminal, say, and you like doing it or whatever, but it's not really positive. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be positive in life, you would, even if you had to do, say, some criminal activity or whatever, you would be at least thinking ahead, like, well, how can I get out of this? How can I save up enough money to where I can support myself doing something else or start a business? How can I invest this so that I don't have to sell drugs? You know what I mean? You never do that because you won't care. Why would you invest your money? You're going to die in 5 years. You know what I mean? So it takes that away, all that. Now the last one is your subconscious magnifies or amplifies all your conscious thoughts. So if you're saying it, once a week or once a month, to other people or to yourself, mainly to yourself, you know what I mean, when you're deciding stuff, you know what I mean, I'm going to be dead anyway, uh, your subconscious is doing it a million times, you know what I mean, it's magnifying it a lot, so that takes you back to every one of these. What's it going to magnify back? It's going to magnify back to your conscious, even though you don't know because it's your subconscious. It's going to be saying, well, what's the sense in making any plans? Why do that? Why not do something stupid? You know what I mean? If it'll be fun or you'll make a little money or something, why not do it? You know what I mean? It'll be telling you, why better yourself? You know what I mean? Why do anything positive in life that will make you happy and, make you, achieve or whatever, you know? It's sending all those messages more than, it's magnified it by whatever, a lot. So even though you're just saying it here and there, it's taking over, at least for me. You know what I mean? Not everyone's the same or whatever. I'm just trying to say what happened to me and how it really was a big, if I could have taken that out of my life, saying that, believing that, you know what I mean? I could have had a different life. and this is the reason why. And what's funny is most of the things why you would think that you will be dead in 5 years are the things that you should just stop. And if you just stop them, you wouldn't be thinking it anymore. You know what I mean? Like if you're a heroin addict, if you would just stop the heroin, then you wouldn't be thinking that that's the reason why you're going to be, going to be dead in 5 to 10 years. But that's also the reason why you won't stop. One of the reasons why. I mean, obviously, because it's an addictive drug is the number one reason. But one of your excuses would be, why stop the drug? I'm just going to start back up. I'll just be dead anyway. It's, it all goes back to you're being hopeless when you say something like that to yourself, even if you're just thinking it. You know what I mean? You're not saying it out loud. It doesn't matter. Your subconscious hears everything, whether you said it out loud or not. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day. If anyone has any more reasons why that's not a good, healthy thing to do, believing that you'll be dead in 5 to 10 years, you know what I mean? Like I keep saying the heroin addict, but that's that's a good example. The heroin addict says, "Well, I'm going to be dead in 5 to 10 years." Well, it's like a self fulfilling prophecy. You know what I mean? You're self prophesizing, and that means that you're saying something, and then even if it's subconscious or conscious, you're going to go out of your way to make it sure it happens. You know what I mean? And that's another reason why it's not healthy. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day, great life. Always remember, life is what you make it, so make it great.